As part of mobile application behavior, we'll start by studying the way in which we can order the information displayed in a panel and how to establish search criteria and filters for the data. In the speakers list, we can see that speakers are sorted by speaker name. This is configured in GeneXus. At the grid properties level, under the data group. So if we open the orders property, this window is displayed where one order is defined. It's called name and constituted by the speaker name attribute. We will change it so that it's constituted by the speaker full name attribute. Also, we will remove speaker name. Let's press F5 and look at the result. Here we see it. Suppose that now we want to let the user choose between ordering by full name or by speaker country. To do so, in GeneXus, we have to define another order that we will call country. And it will be constituted by the country name attribute. We
Damos
press F5.
F5.
And we see that the order by speaker full name continues to be used by default. But if we look at the filters, we find the possibility to order by country. First, Uruguay, and then USA. If, within the country, we want to order by last name, we go back to GeneXus and add the second attribute, speaker last name. For example, we press F5, we order by country, and we see that within the country, results are also ordered by speaker full name. If, in addition to ordering by country name, now we want to group data by country name, that is to say, separate the speakers from Uruguay from the speakers from the US, then we'll go back to GeneXus. At the order definition level, we insert a break by. But by which attribute? By all of them from the beginning of the order list up to the country name attribute. That is to say, the attributes coming after the attribute indicated in the list will be useful to order data but not to break by it. We press F5. Again, we choose to order by country, and we note that the data is ordered as we wanted and broken by country. Now let's take a look at the filters. After applying the work with pattern to the speaker transaction, by default, GeneXus added a filter by the country ID foreign key. Therefore, we can choose a country and filter data by that country. In addition, we can make searches that are added to the filters we've created. We reset. So, where is this implemented in GeneXus? Obviously, it will be at the grid properties level under the data group, those called search. If we open the window, we see that the conditions automatically created by the pattern by foreign key, in this case country ID, are located below advanced search. If we look at the expression, the data to be filtered in the grid will be filtered by the country ID attribute according to a variable value. This variable is an internal variable that is loaded when the user selects a country from this list. This is the countries list that is working as a prompt. We select Uruguay, and internally, the value corresponding to the selected country ID will be loaded in this variable. Of course, we can add new advanced filters or delete this existing one. On the other hand, GeneXus has automatically created all these search criteria under the search node. By name, surname, full name, short resume, and so on. We can delete those that we don't want and leave only those we're interested in. In addition, and just like for web panel grids, we can set general conditions for a grid, that is to say, more flexible conditions that don't have to depend on the interface. For example, we may want to filter speakers by the country ID identifier loaded in a variable in the start event. We can imagine that this variable was obtained from an API that gives information about the country of the device running the application. Likewise, as it happens with web panels, there's a section to set general conditions that will be applied both to the fixed part and to the existing grid or grids. In this way, we've seen how to order information in a grid and how to set search criteria, filters, and conditions. Now we will examine one of the most important topics, events.